I just like pressure. I like situations like that. That stuff doesn't really faze me. That's normal to me, you know. So life, of course, is gonna bring you different problems, and you're gonna be faced with different things. So there's always gonna be pressure on you. So I just get comfortable in those situations. We live. Let's set the tone.
Yep. Hey, hold on.
Let's set the tone in this wrist. Let's get in the end zone. Here we go.
Good job. Good sequence.
Right here. Don't find out about yourself. You don't find out about a football team when things are easy. You don't, all right? It's when it's hard, when you're going through something. Every single day I'm finding out about what this team is willing to do, what you're willing to push through. Push through it. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Shedeur Sanders isn't just talking the talk, he's proving it every day on the field. Fresh off a stellar Day 8 at training camp, Sanders made it crystal clear he thrives under pressure, and today he showed exactly why he belongs at the top. Training with the first-team offense, Shedeur stepped into the spotlight and delivered. Out of 10 reps, he connected on 7 passes and capped it off with a touchdown that had everyone on their feet. This wasn't just a good day, it was a statement. In his post-practice interview, Shedeur Sanders emphasized one key aspect of his game: vision. He talked about reading the field, spotting the open spaces, and making things easier for his receivers. And on Day 8 of training camp, that vision was on full display. While Shedeur was dialed in and commanding the offense with poise, the same couldn't be said for Dylan. It was a rough outing, arguably his worst yet. Out of 14 reps, Dylan completed just 3 passes and shockingly threw 11 interceptions. Yes, 11. The defense had him figured out from the first snap, and the gap between him and Shedeur only seemed to widen. As camp continues, the quarterback hierarchy is starting to take shape. Joe Flacco still holds the top spot, but Shedeur Sanders is gaining serious ground. Right now, it's looking like Flacco, followed by Sanders, then Gabriel, with Pickett and Dylan trailing behind. The pecking order is shifting fast, and Shedeur is rising with it. So what exactly set Shedeur Sanders apart during this training session? It wasn't just the numbers, though those were impressive. It was the way he controlled the game, read the defense, and reacted in real time. Shedeur was locked in on every rep, making the right decisions and, most importantly, staying composed under pressure. What truly stood out was his ability to sense movement, not just from the defense, but from his own wide receivers. Even while holding the ball at the back of the line, he seemed to anticipate every cut, every shift in coverage. It was like he was one step ahead of everyone else on the field. Now let's take a closer look at that touchdown, the highlight of Day 8. Shedeur Sanders started the play with caution and control. As soon as he received the ball, his eyes scanned the left side of the field, but he didn't force it. He slid slightly to his right, buying himself just a bit more time and space. Most quarterbacks might have rushed the throw or checked it down, but not Shedeur. Instead, he kept his poise, shifted his body subtly to the far side, and that's when he saw it, a tiny pocket of space beginning to open. He didn't hesitate. He sensed his wide receiver could break into that window, and in a flash, he let it fly. The throw, absolutely flawless. Pinpoint accuracy, threading the needle through tight coverage. The ball dropped just inches from the sideline, right on the edge of the end zone. It was a textbook touchdown, the kind of play that turns heads and proves a quarterback's instincts are on another level.
Spooky out here in these streets for people. It ain't too much you can deflect with this one. Men lie, women lie, but these numbers and these highlights don't. Let's get to it right here.
But it's not just Shedeur Sanders' on-field performance that's setting him apart. It's his mindset. In his own words, Shedeur made it clear that he's not out here trying to be some ripped-up guy who's obsessed with winning at any cost, even when it's not earned. That's not his game. Instead, Shedeur spoke about how he handles pressure in a more grounded way. "I remind myself to find the goodness in small things," he said. That simple perspective keeps him focused, centered, and mentally clear. He understands that he's in a place he's always dreamed of being, and just recognizing that helps take the weight off his shoulders.
I'd definitely say you just gotta find the good in things So, you know, every day is a consistent journey. It's a consistent battle. But I feel like I'm handling everything the way I'm supposed to.
Shedeur Sanders didn't just talk the talk, his words translated directly into action during reps. Let's have a look at this play. Shedeur took the ball and leaned back on his right, away from the immediate huddle, as the defense was quick to pounce on the offense. Even though it was quite a hustle, Shedeur scanned through the lines and saw that one of the receivers was ahead of the defense trying to push at the offense. And then, boom, he threw a dart to that runner, leading to a clean completion. It was another moment that captured what Shedeur brings to the field: calm under pressure, sharp field awareness, and the ability to create plays even when everything seems to be collapsing. Even off the field, support for Shedeur Sanders is building, and it's coming from respected voices within the organization. Nathan Zegura, senior reporter in Cleveland, recently came out in strong support of Shedeur's rise through training camp. Zegura pointed to a specific moment during a rep against Luke Floria, where Shedeur simply overlapped the defense with an immaculate throw that left everyone watching in awe. It wasn't just a good play, it was a high-level NFL throw, the kind that only a few can make with such precision under pressure.
Hungry dogs, it's got the opportunity period. There was a one-on-one for the push-ups on the line. Luke Floria made a great move on kind of a deep over, got around the corner. It had to be layered in kind of over him out in front. It was a perfect ball from Shedeur.
Nathan didn't hold back. He addressed the critics directly, saying people are trying to discredit him, calling it a circus. But there's no circus here. According to Zegura, what Shedeur brings to Cleveland is simple. He shows up, trains hard, competes with quiet focus, and then leaves. No drama, no noise, just pure football. And that's not just it. Another major voice has stepped forward to back what many had been quietly speculating. Mary Kay Cabot, one of the most trusted insiders covering Cleveland football, has acknowledged the shift happening in real time. Shedeur Sanders isn't just holding his own in training camp, he's thriving. Cabot confirmed that Shedeur is now getting first-team reps, and more importantly, she made it clear that he's earned every single one of them. According to her, this rise isn't about hype or media noise, it's about the consistent work Shedeur's been putting in behind the scenes.
It was, just a little nugget about Shedeur yesterday, and I think it's a good sign. I think he got rewarded for working really, really hard and doing a really nice job on everything. And he was able to go out there and go 2 for 3 in that session. He finished it off with 2 completions against some of the best defenders in the NFL. So I just thought that was a really good sign for him.
Day 8 of training camp was more than just another practice for Shedeur Sanders. It was his moment of arrival. With poise, vision, and elite decision-making, Shedeur made it clear that he's not just competing for a spot, he's pushing hard for the first-team job. Whether it was the touchdown throw that threaded the needle with surgical precision or the calm under duress when the pocket collapsed, Shedeur showed maturity beyond his years and composure well beyond expectations. His reps weren't just productive, they were commanding. He went 7 for 10 with a touchdown, all while demonstrating an elite feel for space, timing, and defensive alignment. And what set him apart wasn't just stats, but his instinct, the subtle footwork, the patience to let a route develop, and the ability to place the ball exactly where it needed to be. Off the field, he's just as solid. No distractions, no ego, just a guy who shows up, trains hard, and quietly earns the respect of those around him. As veteran voices like Nathan Zegura rally behind him, it's becoming impossible to ignore the shift. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a promising young QB, he's making a real case to be QB1. And Day 8 proved it loud and clear. But now we want to hear from you. What do you think of Shedeur Sanders' performance so far? Has he shown enough to earn serious consideration for the first-team job? Do you believe his poise, vision, and ability to handle pressure put him ahead of the rest of the quarterback room? Or do you think it's still too early to call? And what about the support he's getting from voices like Nathan Zegura? Do you see that as a sign that the locker room is beginning to believe in him too? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it.